Me and my wife had been together for 12 years, 8 of them married, and have a 6-year-old daughter. Here is how I found out about the affair. Honestly, I'm glad I came to know about the affair. I now feel numb and don't feel anything for my wife anymore, who is just using me for money. I guess I make thrice as much as she does. My only concern is my daughter. Here is how I came to know about it. For the last 5 months I've been working like hell, lots of overtime and weekend work, to save money for her father, who is supposed to undergo an operation later next month. The stress from work and all made me irritated that day, and seeing my wife and giggling while texting on the bed rather than chatting or asking me about how I was doing made me snap, and I grabbed her phone. Sadly, it was locked in the process, so I asked her for the password, to which she vehemently refused and told me I was going insane. I then asked again, or told her I would take the phone to her parents' home and get it unlocked somehow and read the contents in front of them. Her parents are very religious. If they knew she had an affair, they wouldn't even waste a breath in thinking about abandoning her, to which she stood silent and told me that she wants out of the marriage. I still held on to the phone and told her if she told me the truth I would not tell her parents, at which point she admitted that she was having an affair for the past 2 months with a coworker. I still asked her for the password and finally got it out of her and told her to go out of the room. I immediately locked the room and read the messages and found that it has been going on for about 4 months, twice of what she told me. She couldn't tell the truth even after getting caught. Connected the phone to my laptop and downloaded the entire chat history. I still don't know what made me do this, but I'm glad I did this. I then invited her in and asked what she wants to do now, and she told me she wants divorce, and so I told her to wait for a week and then decide again. Think about the daughter, and if you still want divorce I will give you one, but I will take my daughter's custody with me. When I asked her the reason for affair, she told me that I was not spending enough time with her and was more focused on work. To hell with that. The reason I am working like a donkey and not having enough time even for myself is for her father's surgery. When I told her why she didn't tell me about this earlier, that she wanted more time, she told me she didn't get the chance. I wonder how she couldn't when we were still eating breakfast, no dinners for me over time, and staying in the same house. When I asked her did she not know the reason for whom I was working all this time, she just stood silent as if it doesn't even concern her. She had a so what kind of face. Yesterday she told me she still wanted divorce and wants the daughter with her. I told her that's not gonna happen, as I already saved all her chat history and will use it in court to gain custody. I made it certain to her that I will never leave my daughter. She was crying. I just left the room to go to my daughter's room. After that I also told her to make her boyfriend fund her father's surgery, as I was not going to pay any. Stopped overtime since last week and started spending more time with daughter, and honestly I will still pay for the surgery whatever I have saved up until now. I am an orphan and I love them like my own parents, but just told that to make her suffer. Was angry, greater than justified I guess. At this point she started saying sorry and begged me to pay for surgery and will stop her affair and will work on marriage. Honestly I don't believe her anymore. Greater than this marriage will fall apart as soon as the surgery is done. I am thinking of going ahead with the divorce but will take custody of the child. Greater than no need to pay alimony. State laws in case of an affair. Greater than child custody I think I can gain from the affair proof and also in exchange for the money for her father's surgery. My friends also believe I should go ahead with the divorce. Lawyer friend did too and assured me of the custody. I want to know, am I doing the right thing by going ahead with the divorce? Mostly worried how it would impact the daughter and also how I should break it to her family. Don't want to lie to them. They are like parents to me. Edit, as most people got this wrong, let me correct. I am not going to completely cut the mother from my daughter's life. However, I want my daughter to live with me. Update, met wife's parents today and told them about my decision to divorce and the situations that led to it. Glad I met them today, since at first they even refused to let me inside the house since my wife told them that I was a philanderer and I was harassing her and my daughter. Thanks to her brother, who also lives with them, allowed me a chance to know my side of the story. Gave them time to process this, and I'm waiting inside the guest room with my daughter and niece who are taking a nap. Update 2, consulted lawyer. He assured me with proof of adultery and all I can get custody of my child and also no alimony, and I get to keep everything I own. He also insisted on finding more details about the affair partner and hire a pie for that, saying it might be of some help in the case and that it's better to be prepared. I agreed to it. Greater than, since he knows his work and he would be handling the pie too. He told me if they start by early next week we could get a court hearing within 2 to 3 weeks time. I am from India. In here I can get complete custody of the child due to adultery. TL, doctor, wife cheated on me, found evidence. Leaving her and taking my daughter with me. Comment 1. Haha, I think you got it wrong. The laws are not that biased in our country. I can use the proof of infidelity during child custody and divorce as well to avoid alimony and to avoid giving away the properties I own. However, I think you got confused with this law wherein you can take legal action against her affair partner for engaging in an affair with a wife of someone. But I can't take such action against the same wife who was equally involved in the affair, greater than. I think you got yourselves confused with this. Comment 2. Tell her what you need to tell, but, please, don't punish her father for her behavior. It's not his fault. Do you think he raised her, as a religious man, to be a filthy, disgusting cheater and liar? Don't let your daughter grow up without grandparents. You'll want her to have a female authority presence in her grandma. Use it as leverage to hold your daughter's custody, if you will, but don't let the anger you are feeling right now stop you from doing what's best for your daughter. Don't let your ex-wife use your family as pawns in this feud. P.S. I believe you should tell her parents. She needs to learn the lesson that it is not okay to use and manipulate people. Comment 3. Honestly, I can't even imagine how upset you must be feeling right now, but some of the things you've said here are a little too vindictive for comfort. As awful as your wife's adultery is for you, it doesn't have any bearing on her ability to parent your daughter, and using her affair to deny her physical custody of your daughter is a shitty move even if it's legal. Granted, I don't know the particulars of your living situation, or where you and your wife will wind up once this is all over, but both of you need to work out, through lawyers, what's best for your daughter. Maybe it'll be you having sole physical custody. Maybe it'll be joint physical custody. Who knows? Your daughter's well-being is more important than your pride. Also, you're under no obligation to pay for her father's surgery, but from other comments you've made in this thread it sounds like you have a close relationship with her parents. They mean a lot to me. I wouldn't keep threatening to yank this out from under them if you're hoping to remain on good terms. Comment 4. I think since it's kind of common in the US, I guess I understand why most of you think my actions are vindictive. But given the place where we live in, it will be hard for both me and my daughter, who will be becoming the butt of jokes for everyone about my wife's infidelity. A 6-year-old doesn't deserve that. Staying with her will mess her up even more. I know it might be hard to believe due to the differences in our cultures, but that's the truth in here. One of the reasons for thinking of a full custody is because I'm thinking if I could get a job transfer to a nearby city, then my daughter won't have to go through that. But the problem with this is my wife can only meet daughter during weekends. Greater than need to talk this through with my wife. After the talk with her parents today, even they are standing by my decision of divorce and custody talks. They were even more extreme, insisting that I cut off all ties with her and that me and my daughter should stay far away from someone like her. Had to convince them really hard to not badmouth her mother in front of my daughter, and told them that I would be allowing her mother to have visitations. Comment 5. Hello. Child of divorced parents here. My parents divorced when I was 4. My dad cheated on my mom with my godmother and now stepmom. You seem like a good, kind-hearted man. If you are concerned about your daughter, do something of what my parents did, but with more legal help. They just got a straight divorce and settled custody out of court. Have custody of your daughter, but allow her mom to be as frequent in her life as if you weren't divorced. Allow your daughter to stay the night with her, maybe have her mother over for dinner occasionally after you've cooled down, and keep the mom updated on all life events. The children of young divorce who are affected by it are the ones who don't get to form that bond with the other parent. I have a great relationship with my dad and my stepmom. My mom is invited to all of their events and holidays, and I never had to split a birthday or holiday in my life because my parents put what was best for me over their pride. Good luck. Comment 6. You sound like a really kind person and a great husband and father. I think you already know what you need to do and just need a little encouragement. Personally, I have a garbage relationship with my own parents, and I also have become attached to my so's parents. I would tell them, pay for the surgery as best as you can. If they've been kind and loving to you, you should do right by them, and divorce your wife. If she has been a good mother, try not to let your pain get in the way of your daughter's right to her mother, but the girl should absolutely live with you. So terribly sorry that you are going through this, I can't imagine. Sending good vibes your way. Comment 7. The truth shall set you free. Use it. Tell her parents the truth and that you are divorcing their daughter. Let them know you'll still help them with the surgery, but you have a condition that they are not to let their daughter know that until after the surgery. Definitely get divorced. She stated she wanted one as well and only recanted when you brought up payment for surgery, which she couldn't even not cheat on you to make sure you went through with BTW. As for your daughter, people get divorced all the time and end up fine. Children that end up with parents that loathe each other tend to have messed up views on relationships too. Obviously she'll be upset and confused, but any change will do that to a kid. But as a kid, she'll also adapt quickly. Kudos on getting the MSGS downloaded BTW. Smart thinking. Comment 8. Yeah, get the divorce, but don't use your daughter to punish your wife. Do what's best for your daughter in terms of custody. Is living with you or your wife better for your daughter? Be honest with yourself if you love your daughter. Thanks you for watching Everyday New Movies. See you soon.